Hi, my name is Kerry Skram, and I am a company member with the Iowa Stage Theater Company, and I wanted to talk today about why I believe that theater is an important part of every community. I remember back in the fall of 2017 when the Me Too movement first broke, and I was glad to hear it, and I was paying attention to it, but I didn't realize it in that moment, but I was paying attention to it with the attitude of, okay, I'm listening, but I'm pretty sure this is just going to fade away in 3 weeks or 3 months, and there won't be a lot of change. And then I woke up one morning in November and heard on the news that Matt Lauer had been fired from NBC News because of his mistreatment of women in the workplace. And that's when I knew that this Me Too movement had real momentum, and that lit a fire under me. And I was talking about it to everyone for the next couple of days, and I had a couple of conversations with different men in my life to see how it was affecting them and what they thought about it. And then a couple nights later, I literally sat up in bed and I wrote a one-act play, a very simple story about a conversation between a husband and a wife and what they thought about the Me Too movement and how it was affecting them. And I then emailed Brad Dell and Matt MacGyver, who were the co-artistic directors of Iowa Stage at that time. And I said, I have this one-act play. I think it could be a springboard into a conversation. I think we should have an event. What do you think? And both Brad and Matt were 100% on board and gave me their full support. And in February of 2018, we had our first #MeToo event. And it was really amazing and fulfilling. And we did a staged reading of the one-act play, and then we had a panel of women from Central Iowa, this amazing panel of women who were open and vulnerable and shared their #MeToo stories or brought their expertise and shared that with us. And the audience came forward and asked questions, and we had this conversation, we had this dialogue. And I do remember we had well over 100 people there. We had standing room only, and I remember I had been very nervous about that because we had a big snowstorm that day. It was the middle of February in Iowa. But people showed up. People wanted to have this conversation, and it was amazing. And I will forever be grateful to my theater company, the Iowa Stage Theater Company, for supporting me and helping me put on this event. And we aren't done, and we are hoping to have another event. We had one in the works. Obviously, it is on hold for right now, but it will be a bigger event. It will, I'm hoping it will be an all-day event that will include things like a self-defense class, that this will help empower men and women to help themselves. And then we'll have another panel of experts to talk to and listen to and have a conversation with. So I'm just forever grateful to Iowa Stage Theater Company for supporting me and my efforts to have this conversation with our community about the Me Too movement. Thanks.